Hello and welcome. If you're new here, I am Jill Maurer and I am a designer, and today I want to talk to you about closed captioning. I've been making YouTube videos for about a year now, and I just noticed this closed captioning option. For me, learning YouTube was a whole new world of things to learn, and I have help creating my YouTube videos. I still don't know even close to everything about YouTube, but I did discover this closed captioning option. After taking a look at it, I've decided that I want to close caption all of my videos, and I want to let you know why I think you should too. YouTube does automatically go in and do closed captioning for you, but what I'm encouraging you to do is go in and edit that closed captioning. YouTube does go in, they have some sort of robot, a YouTube robot, I don't know what it is, that goes in and it does create closed captioning for you. But I'm encouraging you to go in and edit that, because the closed captioning that is automatically created is not 100% accurate. In fact, I think I have a fairly clear voice, I have a fairly neutral dialect in English, and still the closed captioning that I find on my videos is only, I would say, about 70% accurate or so. And not only, or maybe 80% accurate on the words, but it doesn't punctuate sometimes at all. Sometimes when it does punctuate, it cuts sentences off at the wrong place, which can change the meaning. And so for accuracy, if you want it to be 100% accurate and easily readable, you should go in and edit this. So you may be thinking, well, if YouTube gets close, if they get close to what I'm saying, why should I bother going in and changing it? So there are a number of reasons that you would want it to be accurate, and let's take a look at some of those reasons. The most obvious audience for the closed captioning is people who are deaf and hard of hearing. That's a large audience. It's not an insignificant audience in any way, and that opens your videos up to a whole world of new people, because the closed captioning that YouTube creates is not accurate, the meaning can change. It's also just hard to read because the punctuation is off or not there. And so I can tell you for sure that if I were deaf or hard of hearing, I would look for the videos that have the closed captioning. I would look for the ones that I knew were going to be easier for me to read and that I would get an accurate description. Because let's face it, we all watch YouTube in part because we're lazy. We want it to just be an easy way to digest information. And if you're deaf or hard of hearing, you're looking for the same thing. So the second group of people that it opens your videos up to watching are people who are not deaf or hard of hearing, but just don't want to turn the volume on right now. It could be that they're in a public place or in a place with a lot of people who could be disturbed if they were playing their volume and they don't have a headset or aren't carrying it around. So they're just on a subway or somewhere and they want to watch it. If you have closed captioning that's easy to digest, you'll be one of the first videos they watch. Another person who may want to use your closed captioning, and I've done this before, is if you're listening and you're going along and they say a word that you just don't understand. Maybe the word is not within your vocabulary, or maybe it's somebody from England using some strange word for something. I've used it for that before, where I've heard an English person speaking and I think, am I getting that right? What does it's a faff mean or something, so that I can go look at that word and then know for sure what they're saying, and then I can look it up. And either understand the description or just the colloquialism of that word. Another reason to have accurate closed captioning is for people who are not native speakers of whatever language you're recording in. The beautiful thing about YouTube is it is a worldwide community. It is also a way that some people use to learn a second or even a third language, to sort of immerse themselves into it. So if you are trying to learn another language or digest information in another language, it would be much easier if you had accurate closed captioning to aid you in that process. Along that same vein, if you have accurate closed captioning, it's a lot easier for somebody to translate what you've said into another language if they choose to do so. So if somebody goes to translate the text, it's a whole lot easier if the original text was in fact accurate. Another reason is that if somebody wants to cite you, either in a blog or in a magazine article, it's easier for them to cite exactly what you're saying if they have accurate closed captioning. So if somebody is ever going to quote you, they will quote you more accurately and easily, potentially opening you up to even greater exposure. Whatever algorithm it is that YouTube uses to decide who's going to be exposed to what videos, it's blind and it probably changes all the time. So even if you figured it out at some point, it's going to change again, and that is going to continue to evolve. But whatever the algorithm is, it will be a lot easier for YouTube to find you if your closed captioning is accurate. One of the things is that they have said that in the beginning they use tagging almost exclusively to determine which videos should be shown to which audiences. Now YouTube brags that it is able to understand your videos on about a 6th grade level, so it can even more accurately let viewers know which videos they would be more likely to see. The way to help YouTube out with that is to make sure that that closed captioning is perfectly accurate. You can bring them up to a college level understanding rather than a 6th grade understanding, and it will help you now or in the future. As YouTubers, we're all just trying to get more views, and a lot of people who don't do YouTube really don't understand what is involved to make a video. There is a lot involved in making a video and editing a video, and this is yet another thing that you can do. So the question is, are you going to do it? Is it worth it to you? I've determined that it's worth it for me. I think it's worth it for you, and I would like to hear from you. What do you think about the closed captioning? Are you going to spend the time to do it? Or are you just going to let this one pass you by? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Subscribe, and hit that bell, because we all know that YouTube's algorithm requires you to do that if we want to see each other again. Bye for now.